All right, we've got a few people online right now. Welcome. Let me stop my screen share. Probably want the camera on too. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to, there it is. Welcome to TRX RIP training, sponsored by Body Armor. I've been really blessed to have Body Armor allow me to host several different workouts in the months of January and February for their Commit to Fit campaign. Hey, Alex, since I can see you, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you hear me okay? Yes, okay, awesome, thank you. So guys, if you're local, you can get Body Armor water. You can get Body Armor water and sports drink at HyVee. Otherwise, check your local markets. I know Walgreens carries it, lots of different grocery stores. The water is pH balanced and it's got some electrolytes in it. And quite frankly, I don't normally drink sports drinks. In fact, I never have. And I started drinking the Body Armor Light drink, which is based with coconut water, and I actually really like it. So again, thank you so much to Body Armor for sponsoring these awesome workouts. This is the last one in the series, and today we are going to be playing with my all-time favorite exercise tool anywhere, the TRX RIP Trainer. I always tell people that, again, this would never happen, but if I was trapped on a desert island and I could only have one piece of fitness equipment, oh, that was you, Lindsay, got it? If I could only have one piece of fitness equipment, it would be the TRX RIP Trainer. It can do so much. We can focus on strength. We can focus on time under tension. We can focus on, most importantly for you athletes, for speed and power. It's all core all the time, and it's a huge metabolic conditioning load. In other words, even in just a half an hour workout, you're going to burn a ton of calories. So again, it's my very favorite tool in the world. I know some of you logged in right now might already be familiar with the TRX RIP Trainer. Some of you may not be. So I just want to go over a few of the basics. So some of you, it might be a little bit of review. But here's my TRX RIP Trainer. Now, you can get several different resistance of cord. I always use the medium cord. Quite frankly, most of you will be just fine with a medium cord. If you're a really small person, you might want to consider getting a light cord so it doesn't feel like it's pulling you all over the place. And if you're really big and powerful, maybe the heavy or even extra heavy cord. But by the way we engage our hands and move our feet and position ourselves to the anchor point, we can still drastically change the intensity of these exercises even without changing the cord. When I set you guys up for exercises today, I'm going to refer to different zones of this RIP training bar. Okay, zone number 1 is the very end of the bar. This is zone 1. Zone number 2 is just a little bit inside of the bar. Now, when I say end, I mean end away from the cord. Zone 3 is right in the middle of the bar, right where that bar comes together. Zone 4 is the first part of the second handle, and zone 5 is close to the cord. So if I say right hand palm down, zone 1, left hand palm up, zone 4, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, if I say mid zones, that just means splitting the difference of each handle. Also, a couple things to keep in mind when you're using your RIP Trainer. Make sure your core is always engaged. And I know it will reflexively be engaged when we do stuff. However, I want you to actively think of bracing it, because if you let up just a little bit, when you have this asymmetrical load trying to turn your body, you might feel that in your back. And we want to make sure you have that perfect posture, your ears, shoulders, hips, ankles in alignment, and you're not letting the cord control you. You're controlling the cord by keeping your body braced in that same position. Okay, also you can change the intensity of your exercises. The further back I am, the harder it is. The closer I am to the anchor, the easier it is. And one more thing I want to point out that isn't always very obvious, when you line yourself up, facing or facing away from the anchor. So right here, I've got my RIP Trainer anchored to this bar. When I face it, I actually want the middle of my chest, yes, I'm pointing right to my Body Armor boobs logo, lined up with that anchor. So imagine if you create a triangle, you're at the base of the triangle right in the middle, And so my cord is actually, I'll come this way, the cord is actually coming out at an angle. So I'm not having the cord lined up with the anchor. I've got the middle of my back or the middle of my chest lined up with the anchor. Also, finally, be safe, be smart. The Rip Trainer can be one of the most challenging tools you use. It's good for all levels, and I'm going to give you lots of options, but please know that this can be very intense, and you're flinging a metal bar through space. So make sure that you have control over that bar, you have control over your body, and you're choosing an option that's safe and effective for you. All right, here's how today's workout is going to look. We're going to do just a regular body weight warm-up off of the Rip Trainer. Then we are going to do 2 big rounds of work. Each round will consist of 3 couplets of exercises. The first time we go through, we're going to show you slower, more controlled movements, giving you a chance to focus on what the exercise is and where your body is in space. The second time we go through, I'm going to offer you options to make it really challenging. You do not have to take those options. You can do what we did in the first round, but if you want to try to pick it up a notch, you're more than welcome to give it a shot. So let's get started with our body weight warm-up, everybody. I'm so glad to see so many of you logged in. I love it. Those of you on Zoom, if you're by your computer, definitely enter in the chat box where you're coming to us from today, because I know we have TRX fans from all over the world hanging out with us, and hopefully you'll become Body Armor fans as well. Here, let me do my obligatory Body Armor drink. And those of you on Facebook, definitely comment. Let me know where you're watching from. I know a lot of my Facebook friends are just chilling on their couches right now, eating their donuts for breakfast and watching me work out, and that's totally cool. Wow, Lindsay, you're all the way from Verona, Wisconsin. Oh, Kim's here from Ontario. Awesome, awesome. All right, well, it's so good to see you guys. Let's get started with our warm-up. I'm not playing music on purpose, because I'm going to put this video on YouTube later, so it'll be recorded. So if you want to blast some jams on your own, absolutely go for it. We're going to start with 30 seconds of jumping jacks. Here we go, regular jumping jacks, or you can do heel jacks as an option. But let's just get your body temperature up. If it's as cold where you are as it is here, you're definitely going to need it. Although there's a big temperature change in Madison today. I woke up and it was 10 below, and now it's already 20 above. Just a few hours later. But make sure you take that warm-up seriously, especially when rip training. Right now, we want to mobilize our hips and our shoulders and get our heart rate up and brace your core. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to have you do a high knee march and just hug your knee into your chest. Ugh. Pick it up and hug it and squeeze it so you feel a stretch through your hamstrings. Hold that for a second. I like to dorsiflex my foot and just hug and squeeze, feeling a nice stretch all the way through the back of your hips. Chest is up tall and proud. Can you tell I'm a little nervous about this workout? I actually practiced it yesterday, and I woke up quite sore today, only to realize I get to do it again with you guys. 3, 2, and 1. Let's do some body weight squats. Feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Drop your bucket down as low as you safely can. Chest is up tall and proud. Range of motion is up to you. Our goal right now is just to warm up your hips, your knees, moving your ankles, get the heart rate up, feel these glutes engage, turn those on. You need those a lot when you're rip training. And those of you watching on Facebook and you're like, I don't have a rip trainer, I would love a rip trainer. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna sound like such an infomercial, but TRX is doing a big 20% off sale right now. So if you go to trxtraining.com, you can get a rip trainer for a bit cheaper, and you'll be so happy you did. 3, 2, and 1. We're going to do step back lunges with a reach. So step back with one foot, bend the back knee as low as you safely can, and stretch those arms over your head, and then step back together, other side. We're alternating, focusing here on opening up your hip flexors and opening up your chest. Plus, we're working on that lunge foundational movement, making sure your knees are tracking directly over your middle toes. Your chest is up tall and proud. Shoulders falling away from your ears. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. Oh, big stretch and return. I would love for somebody to tell me when I'm going to make it in life, when my kids actually can get up and make breakfast for themselves and I can sleep in a little bit, because we haven't been at that point for about 6 years now. 3, 2, and 1. Let's do a plank to runner stretch. So I'm gonna have you guys come down to the ground, and we're gonna hit a nice strong plank position. I really want you to focus on this plank. So squeeze your calves, your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, your bum. Drive your hands down into the ground. Now bring your right foot to the outside of your right hand, and we're opening up your hips. If you can't quite get the foot that high, that's totally fine. Do it where you can. And then come back to your plank. Squeeze everything again, brace it. This is our plank practice. You're going to be holding your body in that nice tight plank for the entire workout today. And squeeze and brace. Stepping the other foot out. Hold it. Breathe. And return. Let's do one more on each side here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay on the ground with me. We're going to do some glute bridges. So go ahead and lay on your back. This is like the only time we're going to be on the ground today. So if you don't have a mat set up, no problem. Do I have somebody outside today? Kim, are you outside in the snow? That's amazing. You're my hero. You Canadians, man. All right, feet flat, squeeze your bum. Lift up, lower down, and tap. Lift up, big squeeze, lower down, and tap. Right now, we're just teaching your glutes how to fire. We really need to use these muscles on your backside when we're rip training today. We have 15 seconds left with this one. 2 more warm-up movements, and then we'll get this party started. After you do this workout, I promise you, you're going to feel like you have accomplished something today. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lateral lunges. Come on up. Give me a nice wide stance. Focus is not to poop you out, it's supposed to open up your hips. So I'm going to have you place one hand on top of the other, squeeze them together so your core is braced. We'll bend one knee, bring it up, and then the other knee, just side to side, setting this plank, but also opening up your hips in a lateral direction. Shoulder blades in my back pockets, moving side to side. 10 seconds left with this one. Big inhales and exhales. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finally, single leg hip hinge. Let's connect your brain to your body a little bit. Now have you balance on your right foot. And we're going to move in and out of warrior 3, or as high as you can get that back leg. So just grounding, balancing, trying to keep your hip headlights pointed toward the floor. Extend and return. Chest is up tall and proud. Reach and return. That back heel doesn't have to go all the way up into super gymnast ballerina level. It can go just a little bit. I care that you're keeping your back straight and working on your balance. 3, 2, and 1. Switch legs. Let's go 30 seconds the other side. And then we'll get started with round 1 with your rip trainer. Dun, dun, dun. And I'll try my best. Those of you on Zoom with me, if we're doing a particular exercise and you have a question, definitely drop that question in the chat. I'm not going to be able to stop every single time, but I'm happy to answer some questions. And if you put your camera on, I'll also do my best to watch your form. Obviously, those on Facebook, you're not going to be able to do that. But 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so I'm going to go over our first triplet today. So the triplet means on one side, we're going to do 3 exercises back to back. 30 seconds of work, very minimal rest. Then we'll catch your breath into the same 3 exercises on the other side. Then we'll go to the next triplet, and then the next, and then we'll complete round 2. So our first triplet, rip, squat, row. Your palms will be down mid-zone, so the middle of each handle, standing facing your anchor. Feet a little wider than shoulder width apart, middle of the bar, middle of your chest. You'll squat down, straighten your arms, and then stand up and pull that bar back to your chest, keeping the bar parallel to what you're anchoring it to. That's our first movement. Second movement will be your rip paddleboard row. So now I'm going to slide my right hand to zone 4, left hand palm up, zone 1, stand facing my anchor. I'm going to dip my oar into the water just past my right heel. Notice how my left arm isn't coming too far away. It's only slightly away from my heart. I'll stand up. I'm going to point my oar toward the anchor. I'll push with my left and pull with my right and stick the landing just past my right heel. Remember, to make this one more challenging, which a lot of people find they can walk it back. To make it easier, walk it forward. Just make sure you're not getting slack on your cord. You don't want to see that. Our third one in this triplet is your rip squat rotation. I'll switch to this bar here. So we're going to have your left hand palm down, zone 1, right hand palm up, zone 4. So you're actually turning your hands around a little bit. And I'm going to start rotating the bar 180 degrees away from my anchor. Then I'll squat down with the end of the bar pointed toward the anchor. I'll stand up, pull my left arm in, drive the right arm out, around, and rotate away. Remember, this is our first time seeing these exercises, so the goal is to move slow and controlled and get comfortable with the movements. Is it bad that I'm already out of breath and I was just demoing like 3 movements? All right, guys, let's get going. Round 1, rip squat row. Palms are down, mid zones of your bar. Cord is on the right side of your body. Stand facing your anchor point. Yep, other right side, Lindsay, there you go. Now turn around, stand facing. She's like, I'm turning my camera off. Middle of the bar, middle of your chest, and here we go. Drop your bucket down, straighten your arms, stand up, pull it back in, focus on that engagement behind your shoulder blades. Nice and low with your squat if you can, and keeping the bar parallel to the floor and parallel to your anchor. I'm squeezing behind my shoulder blades. And I forgot to mention this too. Your anchor point for mid-level exercises should be about 4 feet high. If it's not exactly 4 feet high, it's not going to hurt you at all, but that's what we recommend. 3, 2, and 1. Rip paddleboard row. Turn your left hand over, palm up, zone 1. Slide your right hand up to zone 4. Stand facing the anchor. Chest is up tall and proud. Dip your oar in the water, and let's point it toward the anchor, and here we go. Dip the oar in, using my left arm to stab down, and my right arm to pull back. My chest is up tall and proud. I'm not getting crazy powerful yet. We can do that later when we see this again. Making sure the oar is getting almost down to the ground though. Like when Peter and I go paddleboarding together, I like to get out ahead of him and splash the water at him like that. That's exactly what you want to be thinking. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rip squat rotation. You're going to turn both hands over. So now my left hand is palm down, zone 1. Right hand palm up, zone 4. Right shoulder facing the anchor. End range of motion, rotating away from that anchor. Now I'm going to squat down, point toward the anchor. I'm standing sideways. And stand up, push, pull, rotate. Squat and stand. Here we go. 30 seconds. Squat and stand. I'm rotating that bar around just to the point before where the cord hits my body. Halfway there already. 30 seconds goes quick. Make sure you're keeping tension on the cord when you come down and squat. You're far enough away from the anchor for that. Down and drive. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now let's switch sides. We're doing those same 3 on the other side. So we're going to do your rip squat row. Now the cord goes to the left side of my body. Palms are down mid zones, standing facing the anchor. So I'm actually facing where my strap or where my cord is connected. Middle of the bar, middle of my chest. We're going in 5. You there? 4. Find your distance. 3, 2, and 1. Squat down, straighten your arms. Stand up, pull it in. For those of you who are like, wow, this is way too easy, I promise you, this is going to get insane if you want it to. You don't have to. Right now, we're just doing these movements, figuring out where our bodies are in space, figuring out which muscles should be engaged. And some of you are still waking your bodies up. Although Kim's outside in the snow, so she might still be warming up as well. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're moving to your rip paddleboard row. So flip your right hand palm up, zone 1. Slide your left hand up to zone 4. Stand facing your anchor. Dip your oar into the water just past your left heel. Chest stays up tall and proud. Point it toward your anchor and then pull it back just past your heel. Let's go for 30 seconds. So I'm not just pulling with my left arm, but I'm also pressing with my right arm. And just a little bit of a squat, more of a hinge almost. Feeling that pull in my left upper back and driving down with my right arm. If you only pull or push and not the other, you're missing out on half the strength of that exercise. 10 seconds left. You want to pick it up a little bit? We're really moving now. Bam. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rip squat rotation. You'll flip both of those hands over. So my right hand is palm down, zone 1. Left hand palm up, zone 4. Again, that cord is coming off the left side of my body. Feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. I'm going to point that bar 180 degrees away from the anchor. And now I'm going to point toward the anchor, squat down, stand up, rotate the bar around. Here we go, guys. 30 seconds, squat and rotate. Rip, squat, rotation, down and drive. Chest is open, shoulders are down and back. 30 seconds here. And hopefully you can see I'm picking up my left heel and actually pivoting so I can really rotate my hips with this movement as well. 10 seconds to go. And then we'll have survived our first triplet in round 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, you did it. All right. Grab a quick sip of your water or just hang out and catch your breath for a minute. Questions to ask yourself. And yes, we're going to pick up the pace of this too. But are you engaging your core the whole time? I mean, really, like, we call it tickle tummy abdominals. Okay, nice and strong. Also, that includes squeezing your glutes. Okay, that's really important when you're rip training because the second you get loosey-goosey here, that could lead to some back pain, which I absolutely don't want your back to hurt. All right, next triplet. We're going to start with your rip squat press. So now you're going to switch to the cords on the right side of your body. Your right hand is your power hand. We'll be palms down mid-zones, standing facing away from the anchor. So now the anchor point is at my back. My arms are extended straight out in front. I'm going to squat down, pull the middle of the bar to my chest, and stand up and press it away. That's it. So as I come down, the bar comes in. As I stand up, I press it away. Second exercise in this one is your rip 90-degree step press. So I'm going to start standing sideways. Palms are in the same position. I haven't moved them, so palms down mid-zones. And I'm going to step left, step right, press. Step right, step left, return. Left, right, press. Right, left, return. Bam, bam, pop. You can see where that one's going to go shortly. Finally, your rip stack. Quite frankly, this one just sucks, but it's a really good core exercise. I'm going to flip my left, or keep my left hand where it is and slide it to zone 1. Flip my right hand over, slide it to zone 4. Stand sideways. You're probably going to need to move in a little bit. Pull the left hand to my hip, right arm forward, and we simply hold that bar straight out in front of you. Ways to make that easier because it is shockingly challenging. You can move in closer because you don't have to worry about slack when that bar is out in front of you. You can also slide your right hand, your power hand, a little closer to the cord, and that'll make it easier as well. All right, those are our 3. Let's get started. We're going to start with your rip squat press, palms down, mid-zones. Cord is on the right side of your body. Stand facing away from the anchor point. Find the end range with your arms extended. 3, 2, and 1. Squat down, pull it in, stand up, drive it out. Big squeeze. Are those shoulders down and back out of your ears? Is your chest up tall? Sometimes when we're holding this bar while we're squatting, we start to do funny things like dipping your chest forward, twisting your body. Try to make sure your squat is exactly as it would be even without the bar. Really pressing into the floor with your feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rip 90-degree step press. Palms stay exactly where they are. Standing sideways, middle of the bar in the middle of my chest. I'm going to step left foot, right foot, press facing away. Right foot, left foot, sideways. 3, 2, and 1. Step, step, press. Step, step, return. Step, step, press. Step, step, return. Keeping the shoulders away from your ears. I know, a little bit of choreography here. You got this. And return. Again, do you have tension on your cord when you face sideways? If you're too close to the anchor, that cord gets wobbly. The reason why we don't want that cord getting wobbly is because when you go from no tension on the cord to tension, that can jolt your back a little bit. 3, 2, and 1. Finally, that rip stack. Keep your left hand where it is, slide it to zone 1. Flip your right hand over, palm up, zone 4. I'm going to take a step closer to my anchor, and we're going in 3, 2, and 1. Just hold that bar straight out in front of you. Now take a look at the bar. Is it completely perpendicular with your body? Are your shoulders pulled back? Is the chest up tall? Squeezing your buns. That bar should be straight out in front of you, coming straight off your hip, creating a 90-degree angle at your hips. Everything's nice and tight. We have 10 seconds left. Then we'll switch sides. Are you squeezing those butt cheeks? Is your chest open? 5, 4, isn't this awful? 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that same triplet on the other side. So now the core's on the left side of your body, palms down mid-zones. We're going to start with your rip squat press. So palms down mid-zone, stand facing away from your anchor. Extend those arms out in front of you. Remember, the anchor point where your cord is connected should be lined up with the middle of your shoulder blades. All right, you guys ready? Here we go. Squat down, stand up and press. Bam. Squat down, stand up and press. 30 seconds here. Chest is up. Work on that range of motion, driving that bar away from your body equally. Actively come up and push it away. Down and big press, squeezing everything. Keep breathing. Keep driving. 15 seconds to go here. Woo-wee. 10 seconds left. This is our easy round, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We have our rip 90-degree step press. Keeping your hands exactly where they are. Palms down, mid-zone, stand facing sideways to your anchor point. Bar at your chest. We'll step right, step left, press. Step left, step right, return. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds. Step, step, press. Step, step, return. Make sure you're not getting any slack on that cord, especially when you face sideways. If you are, move it away from the anchor a little bit. Step, step, press. Step, step, return. Chest is open. Shoulders are down and away from your ears. We have 15 seconds left. Now you can see why people have this love-hate relationship with the rip trainer. We love it because it's so effective. We hate it because it's so effective and kind of uncomfortable. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right, finally on this side, we're going to do your rip stack. So right hand stays palm down, slide it to zone 1. Flip your left hand over, palm up, zone 4. I'm going to move in a little bit, standing sideways, going in 3, 2, and 1. Bars perpendicular to your body. Shoulders are down and back, butt cheeks are tight. Again, keep checking because that bar is going to try to drift toward the anchor. Don't let it do it. Keep it straight forward. Shoulders down. Chest is up, tall and proud. 15 seconds left. I might be moving in a little bit closer because I know what's to come. Squeezing those buns. Try not to roll forward here. That's really tempting. Nice, strong, tall, active plank posture. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Set it down. All right, we have one more triplet. And then we'll do it all over again. A little bit more challenging. All right. We're going to do some striking movements now. These are the really fun ones. People tend to really enjoy these. We're going to start with your rip hockey slap shot. So let's go through the motions here for this one. Once again, I'm going to turn back so my right shoulder is facing the anchor. My right hand is my power hand. My left hand, here, let me angle this way a little bit more. Zoopy zoop. My left hand is palm down, zone 1. My right hand is palm up, zone 4. I'm going to dip not really dip, but hit the end of my hockey stick just above the ice rink, about 6 inches past my left foot. See how I pivoted my right foot? So I'm not coming around here. That's more of a samurai strike. We're pulling the left hand in, pushing the right arm around, and coming just above that hockey rink, about 6 inches to a foot in front of my left leg. So again, I'm not coming way out here, stopping right here. And then you'll just move back and forth with that one. Second one is rip overhead axe chop. We're going to keep your hands exactly where they are. So left hand palm down, right hand palm up, but turn around facing away from the anchor point. Left foot in front, right foot behind. For this first round, we're going to keep it very simple and focus just mostly on your triceps. So my left arm is straight, my right arm is bent. The bar is resting on my right shoulder. I'll pull the left hand into my sternum and extend the right arm. Now your target, I know you can't quite see the top of my bar, but is actually overhead. If your target ends up in front of you, that cord's going to hit your body. And that's the most common fault I see with this one. So make sure you're aiming above your head and that left hand comes right to your boobs. Now I'm going to bend my right elbow and extend my left arm and switch. We'll get crazy with this the next round, but this is what we're doing here. Finally, we've got your rip punch. So standing sideways, but now I'm going to flip both palms down. Try the end range of motion with this one with me here, guys. You're going to extend your right arm and pull your left hand into your rib cage, and I stop just before the cord hits my body. It's a weird feeling. Also, look at my fingers. Notice how I've released my pinky and ring finger. If you try to grip with your whole hand, that's going to crank on your wrist. So I'm kind of like doing the okay sign when I reach out away from me. And I stop just before that cord hits my body. So it's not exactly 180 degrees, it's just a little bit short. And then I come back, make sure I have tension. I'll pull my left hand in, drive the right arm around, and look at what my right foot did too. You want to make sure you're doing that pivot so your hips can be part of the movement. And if you're right-handed, it's going to get really weird when we get to the other side. All right, guys, let's get started with our rip hockey slap shot. Left hand palm down, zone 1. Right hand palm up, zone 4. Standing sideways to your anchor point, feet about shoulder width apart. Pulling your left hand to your hip, driving the right arm around. Let's go, 30 seconds. Push, pull, and return. Bam. Making sure you have some tension on the back side. Remember, your left hand is palm down. And you're driving that right arm through, picking up the right heel, squashing the bug with my right toe, and the rip trainer comes almost touching the floor, about 6 inches in front of my left foot. 3, 2, and 1. Rip overhead axe chop. Hands stay exactly where they are, but now you're standing facing away from the anchor, left foot in front, right foot behind. You're resting the bar on your shoulder, left arm straight. Pull the left hand into your heart, extend the right arm overhead, and switch. Set it on your shoulder. We're just doing this for 30 seconds. You're pulling in and returning. Make sure there's no slack on the cord when you lower it down to your shoulder. So I'm pulling in, pressing over, and returning. We have 15 seconds here. It's a push-pull motion. I'm pushing up with my right, pulling in with my left. Shoulders are falling away from my ears. Shoulders are ear poison. My bum is still engaged. My knees are athletic. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Finally, that rip punch. We'll stand sideways again. Turn your right hand palm down, so both hands are down. Let's find the end range. I'm going to pull the left hand into my rib cage, extend my arms, make the okay sign with my hand. And here we go, 30 seconds. Pull it in, push, pull, return. Remember, as you come back toward the anchor, you want to make sure you have some sort of tension on that cord. It should never get loosey-goosey. Are you picking up that right heel and pivoting? Some of you might pivot a little bit with your front foot too. That's awesome. Not wrong at all. You don't have to, though, if that's too much thinking for you. And remember, you're pulling back with your left hand as you press around with your right arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's get crazy and try the other side now. Rip hockey slap shot. So now we're standing sideways to the anchor. Our left shoulder's facing the anchor. Right hand palm down, zone 1. Left hand palm up, zone 4. Actually, I'm going to move it. I'll keep it there. All right, let's find the end range of motion just past your right foot here. Right hand's at your hip, and then you'll come back up, point toward the anchor. You're going to get a little more view of my bum this time. All right, you guys ready? 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Push, pull, and return. Chest is up. I'm picking up my left heel as I drive through. Now check, are you keeping tension on that cord on the backside when you swing through here? I'm really pushing forward with my left hand as I sweep through just past my right foot, and I'm pulling my right hand into my hip so I get that push-pull action, reflexive core engagement. Chest is tall. 5, 4, shoulders back. 3, 2, and 1. All right, rip overhead axe chop. Keeping your hands where they are, stand facing away from the anchor. We'll have your right foot in front, left foot behind. Bar is resting on your left shoulder. Make sure you're far enough in front so the cord has some tension. Extend your left arm overhead. Pull your right hand to your sternum. Collapse the left elbow. Let's go 30 seconds. Remember, your target is overhead. Your body should stay in one straight line. None of this is happening. The only thing moving is your arms straightening and bending. When we add the rotation next round, your body will still stay up and down. We're just going to add a little bit of cylindrical rotation, a little bit of a pivot. 10 seconds left here. Your triceps on your left arm should be yelling at you. 5, 4, shoulder down. 3, 2, out, and 1. Finally, your rip punch on this side. Right hand, palm down. Left hand, palm down, zones 1 and 4. I'm going to have you find that end range. Pull your right hand in, drive your left arm around. Let's see that okay sign with your hands, shoulders down. Now come on back, make sure there's tension. Let's push, pull, strike. Here we go, 30 seconds. Feels weird on the side if you're right-handed, doesn't it? If you're left-handed, you're like, oh, thank goodness. push, pull, strike. I live in a house of left-handed boys. Actually, Clark might be right-handed, but everybody else is left-handed. So that means maybe they'll be president someday, or very creative, or just have a lot of trouble with scissors and smearing their writing. 15 seconds left, push, pull. Ugh. Pick up that back heel. Ha. Triceps on your left arm are really angry now, aren't they? At least mine are. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You survived round 1. Set that bar down. Swing out your arms, roll out your neck, grab a sip of water. So again, like I said before, as we go into round 2, I'm going to give you some more challenging options of these exercises. You do not have to do the harder version. You can table that and maybe work your way up to it over time as maybe you complete this workout again or try these exercises again in the future. If at any point your back's bothering you, you're not able to maintain proper posture, then either stop and rest and shake it out or choose a different option of these exercises. So again, we're going through those exact same 3 couplets on each side, but now I'm going to give you some options to make them really rough. Are we ready? So we're going to start. We did the rip squat row before. Now you have the option to do either rip squat row to your toes, palms down, mid-zone, stand facing. So the rip squat row to your toes. I straighten and I pop to my toes. Or your rip jump row. So as I come up, I jump and I land back down on my squat. And I'm kind of checking it to the right a little bit as I jump to make sure that I can land straight when I come back down. So again, the tricky part is when you're in the air, the bar is in your chest, and when you're down on the ground, the arms are straight and your knees are bent. Just like the rip squat row, except for now there's some air time at the end range of motion. Second exercise, we're gonna turn your rip paddleboard row into the rip kayak row. So same hand position, right hand palm down, zone 4, left hand palm up, zone 1, stand facing. Now when I dip my oar into the water, I'm gonna reach it way around my body, trying to keep the end of the bar as far away from my body as I can. Holy cow, can you feel that right there? So that's our option. Otherwise, you can do your regular rip paddleboard row. Finally, instead of your rip squat rotation, you can do your rip jump rotation. Oh yeah, that's a thing. So standing sideways to your anchor. Again, you'll have your right shoulder lined up, left hand palm down, right hand palm up. End range of motion will be in the air like this. So it's squat, strike, land, strike, land. Again, if you don't feel safe, you don't have to do it. All right, guys. Let's start with your rip squat row or rip jump row. 30 seconds of this excitement. I feel like I want to tell you a story or something because I'm a little nervous about this. All right, palms down, mid-zone, stand facing the anchor. Middle of the bar, middle of your chest. Let's do it. I'm going to do the rip jump row. Big squeeze behind the shoulder blades. Remember, you're facing your anchor point. Ugh. Pulling that bar into your chest. Ugh. Good news is 30 seconds goes by pretty quick. Are you keeping your knees tracking directly over your middle toes? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rip kayak row. Turn that left hand palm up, zone 1. Right hand stays palm down. Slide it up to zone 4. Stand facing the anchor point. Feet about shoulder width apart. Let's dip your oar into the water and then reach it way around the outside of your body. Try not to move anything else. 3, 2, and 1. Rip kayak row. The trick to this rip kayak row is make sure it's not just your right arm working. My left arm is putting downward pressure too to help steer the bar in this direction. Keeping your chest up tall and proud, making as big of a circle as you can, but as I squat down, make sure you maintain that neutral spine. 10 seconds left here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we have that rip jump rotation. So, keeping your right shoulder facing the anchor, left hand palm down, zone 1, right hand palm up, zone 4. End range of motion, you're in the air like this. I'm gonna squat down, jump strike, and land. You guys ready? We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hit it. Squat strike and land. Remember, you can do your regular rip squat rotation as well. You don't have to do the rip jump rotation. Standing sideways to the anchor, jump, and I land the exact same squat that I started in. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Whew. All right, we gotta go to the other side now. Rip squat row or rip jump row. So now the cord is on the left side of my body. My palms are down mid-zones. I'm standing facing where my cord is connected. So Lindsay, turn around. There you go. Nice, good. All right. Middle of the bar, middle of my chest. I'm going to squat down. If you're doing the jump, you jump and land back in your squat. Otherwise, you can do your rip squat row. Ready? 3, 2, and 1. Squat down, straighten, jump, and land back in that squat. 30 seconds. Big squeeze behind your shoulder blades. If you need this to be more challenging, you can scoot back a little bit. If you need to check it back, you can take away that jump and just pop to your toes. 15 seconds left here. 10, 5, squeeze, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Rip kayak row. Flipping my right hand palm up, slide to zone 1. Left hand stays palm down, slide it up to zone 4. Stand facing the anchor. I'm going to dip my oar in the water just past my left heel. Wrap it way around the outside and come back in. Here we go, guys, 30 seconds. So I'm facing the anchor again. My chest is facing where the cord is connected. Dip my oar in the water and reach it all the way around. I know it's a little confusing here because I keep changing rip trainers, so you don't have to watch my butt while I do these exercises. And dip it in and wrap it around. You're pressing down to the left, pulling with your right arm through that range of motion. 15 seconds left here. Make that as big and exaggerated as you can. Really trying to keep the end of your rip trainer away from your body. 3, 2, and 1. Finally, your rip jump rotation. So you're standing sideways to your anchor point. Left shoulder is facing it. Right hand is palm down, zone 1. Left hand palm up, zone 4. Standing sideways. End range of motion. You're in the air in rotation. So let's squat down, point toward the anchor, and you'll jump, strike, and land. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Rip jump rotation. Chest stays up. I'm pulling the right hand into my hip, driving the left arm around. I strike and I land, and I absorb right away. 15 seconds left in this one. Squatting, rotating down. Option, you can go to your toes, or just give me a powerful rip squat rotation. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yuck. Oh, grab a quick sip of water. We only have 2 more triplets to go. Happy Saturday, everybody. Let's see who else is in here. Oh, Jenny, you're killing me, man. Oh, Peter's logged in. Hey, Peter. My husband has the kids in the room downstairs here at the gym, and he logged in to do the workout with us. But you're not turning the camera on, Peter. All right, let's move to round 2. So now we're gonna do some pressing movements here. So, oops. All right. We're gonna start once again with the right side being your power side now. So your right shoulder facing the anchor. Palms are down mid-zones. We're gonna do your rip jump press. Ah! Palms down mid-zone, stand facing away. So now the cord is connected behind my back. Option 1, your rip squat press to your toes, a little more power. Your rip jump press, you're gonna be in the air. I squat down and I drive it and I land. Notice when I jump and press, I kind of check it to my left a little bit so that the cord's not pulling me like this as I land. I wanna land straight back into that squat. So it's straight, pull it in, jump, land back in the squat. If you can remember that this is where you land every time, that will help you remember how to do the movement. Second exercise, this one's so fun. Your rip 90-degree jump press. So you keep your hands palms down, mid-zones, and now I'm standing sideways. Imagine you're trying to push somebody away from you who you really don't want coming at you. So I'm going to jump, ha, and then return. I want to see your faces all up in the camera here. Jump, ha, and then return. Okay, if you're not comfortable with the jumps, you can do our step press, or you can even jump out and step, return, and reset between each of them if it's too much jumping for you. Finally, we've got your rip windmill. So we did the stack before we held it straight. Now we're going to do the windmill where we add some rotation. Try this one with me because it's tricky. Left hand palm down, zone 1. Right hand flips over, zone 4. I'm going to move it in a little bit. I'm going to draw a circle in front of my body over here. And I'm going to squat as I do it. I'm not moving my upper body around, and my knees are not doing this as I do it. Okay, so all I'm going to do is draw this circle. I squat down and come around. So if you imagine there's a clock right in front of you, I start at 12 o'clock up here, then I'm going to 9 o'clock, then 6 o'clock, then 3 o'clock, then back up to 12. And you can make that circle as big or as little as you'd like. And it's going to be the most amazing core strengthening exercise you've ever done. All right, let's get started. We got a rip jump press or rip squat press. Palms down, mid zones. Stand facing away from the anchor point. Extend those arms out in front of you. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Squat down, strike and land. Soft knees. Now, if you can see yourself in your camera or a mirror near you, make sure those knees are tracking directly over your middle toes. They're not buckling in. They're not falling out. Both arms press and return. 10 seconds left. Drive and land. Big press. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Rip 90-degree jump press. So we'll start sideways. Palms are mid zones. Make sure you have some tension on the cord. Let's do a practice one. I'm going to jump, ha, press, and return. I see a cute little girl on the camera. What's up? All right. You guys ready? We're going in 5. I wasn't talking about myself. I was talking about Lindsay's daughter. All right, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Ha, and return. Ha, and return. This one's kind of fun. Drive both those arms out. Land in that athletic stance. Yeah. I like to do this when I'm facing a partner and we just face each other and make growling faces. 15 seconds left. Jump and drive and return. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. That wasn't bad enough. We got to do our windmills now. Left hand, palm down, zone 1. Right hand, flip it up, palm up, zone 4. Standing sideways to the anchor. I'm going to draw that circle in front of my body in 3, 2, and 1. All the way up and around. I squat down, squeeze my buns. Now my right shoulder is facing the anchor, but the circle is out in front of my body. Shoulders are down and back. So Lindsay, turn your right shoulder to the anchor so you're sideways. Yeah, there you go. Down and up and around. See, if you guys had your cameras on, I could yell at you too. Well, Kim, you're rocking it. Nice work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my goodness. All right, other side. Whew. Shake it out. Give those shoulders a moment. Same thing on the other side. Remember, everything I'm offering is an option. You can always take an easier version or take a rest break whenever you need. We're going to start with your rip, jump, press. Palms are down mid-zones on each bar. Your left hand is closer to the cord. We'll be standing facing away from the anchor point. Extend those arms out straight in front of you. Shoulders are down and back out of your ears. You're going to bend your arms, bring the bar in the middle of your chest, jump, press, and land. Let's go for 30. Drive and return. Ha. Good news is the last time we see rip, jump, press today. Unless you watch the recorded workout and do it again later. 15 seconds to go. Down and drive. Big press. Ha. In the air, your arms are straight. When you squat, it pulls into your chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Rip 90-degree jump press with that jump return or step return. Palms down mid-zones. Standing sideways to the anchor. Middle of the bar, middle of my chest. I'm going to jump, ha, and return. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's do it. Jump, press away. Land halfway. Soft knees. Hit that perfect squat. Shoulders are down and back out of your ears. We're halfway there already. 30 seconds is quick. Athletic. Maybe you can jump forward a little bit and get closer. I'll knock over my camera though. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rip windmill. Slide your right hand over. Right hand is palm down, zone 1. Left hand, palm up, zone 4. Standing sideways to the anchor point. That right hand is in my hip. I'm going to move in a little bit closer. Now the clock is in front of me over here. So now I'm going to go 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. All right, let's get that bar into position. 30 seconds, let's go. I squat down and wrap it around. Core is braced, shoulders are down and back. Squeezing the buns. This is the part for those of you who are also coaches and instructors, where you're breathing so hard you really can't give any cues. You're just trying to survive the workout. I know Jenny feels me. 10 seconds left. Down and around. Nice deep squat if you can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, you guys, we only have one more triplet to go. The end is in sight. We'll do some stretches and get you out of here. If anybody has a watch tracking calories, leave in the comments where you're at right now. I bet it's like through the roof. All right, finally, our strikes. Right, Jenny? It's like just exercise, I can't talk. All right, so we're gonna start with your rip hockey slap shot, but the option this time is you can add a shuffle to it. So when I move into it, I'm standing sideways, and I might pop out of the camera for a second, I apologize, but I'm gonna shuffle, shuffle, strike, and then bring it back. So I'm moving in a little more athletically. Shuffle's optional. You can just do your regular hockey slap shot if you want. For the overhead axe chop, same hand position, standing facing away. Left foot's in front. This time we're gonna get powerful. My target, remember, is overhead, not in front of my face. As I hit that target, I'm pivoting my right foot. My hips turn. Now notice how my body is doing this, but it's not doing this. That's not so good for your back. I'm gonna get a lot more power from this. My left hand is pulling hard into my chest. If you're really working, you might even hear that thump as you pull it in. Finally, the rip punch. We're just gonna get more powerful with this one. Left hand palm down, right hand palm down, zones 1 and 4, stand facing away. End range is here. Now, I'm gonna go crazy with that one. Guys, are you ready for our last couplet, or triplet? Let's do it. We're gonna start with your rip hockey slap shot with a shuffle. I promise you'll like this one. This is a crowd favorite. Left hand palm down, zone 1. Right hand palm up, zone 4. Standing sideways, 30 seconds. Let's shuffle, shuffle, strike. Here we go, bam. Shuffle back, athletic, shuffle, strike. Shuffle back, push, pull, hit. And if you guys have like a heavy bag around too, or in your gym, it's really fun to do some of these, like the punch and stuff like that, where you actually hit a heavy bag. Very satisfying, especially during a pandemic. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Overhead axe chop. Hands stay the same. Stand facing away from the anchor, left foot in front, right foot behind. Let's find the end range of that axe chop. My left hand is now touching my sternum. I'm gonna collapse the bar into my right shoulder, and then a little bit of pivot, push, strike. Let's go for 30. Push, pull, strike. To make it harder, you can move further away. To make it easier, you can walk back. But remember, my body's not rocking forward and back. It's rotating in that one cylinder in space, like a rotisserie chicken. It's almost lunchtime. 10 seconds left here. Let's see some power. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, finally, we have that rip punch. Palms down. Right hand palm down, zone 4. Left hand palm down, zone 1. Find your end range. Going in 3, 2, and 1. Pulling the left arm in, driving the right arm around, strike. Push, pull, strike. Push, pull, strike. Lots of power. Remember that OK symbol with your right hand. So you're not cranking on the wrist. Pulling the left hand into your rib cage. We're halfway there. Make sure the left arm is participating as well. It's not just your right hand pushing. Are you pivoting, picking up the right heel? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. All right, guys. Other side. We got this. Other side. Let's start with your rip hockey slap shot with a shuffle. Dun, dun, dun. Right hand palm down, zone 1. Left hand palm up, zone 4. Ready, set, shuffle, shuffle, strike. Shuffle, shuffle, return. Shuffle, shuffle, strike. Shuffle, shuffle, return. Here we go, guys. We are almost done. Shuffling in, striking, and returning. You're bringing your right hand to your right hip. Left hand swoops underneath. 10 seconds left. Boom. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Overhead axe chop. Turn facing away. Right foot in front, left foot behind. Extend the left arm. Right hand at your rib cage. Collapse it down. Let's add that pivot. Chop. And chop. We're almost done, guys. These are our last 2. Then you're out of here. Pick up that left heel. Pull the right hand into your heart. And push, pull. 15 seconds left. Really drive that left arm over. Avoid leaning forward. Your chest is up tall. Your target's overhead. Cord should not be hitting your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grand finale, our rip punch. Turn that left hand over. We're going to stand sideways to the anchor. Pull your right hand into your chest. Left arm extends. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Pivot and pop. Pull it and pop. Pull it and pop. Chest is up. Shoulders stay down. Big drive around. Last 20 seconds of your workout today. Let's see some power. Pick up the left heel. Snap it. And bam. 10 seconds to go. How many more punches can you get in this last bit of time? What do you have left in your tank? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You did it. Woo! Set down that rip trainer. Let's do a brief stretch here. I'm going to have you guys come down to a child's pose on the ground. Press your hips back, walk your hands out in front of you. Relax your head onto the floor. Then press up into your high plank. Drive your hips back into that downward dog, pressing your hands into the floor. Driving your heels into the floor. Come back to that high plank. Gently set your knees down. Bring it back to your child's pose. Walk your hands out in front of you. Oh, and feel free to spend some more time stretching today. But I appreciate your time and your energy. I hope you learned something new. I hope you had a fantastic workout. And once again, a huge thank you to Body Armor for sponsoring these workouts. Definitely check it out at your local HyVee. Hit me up on social media, or if you're local, stop on into Supreme Health and Fitness with any questions. It was so great hanging out with you all today. Thank you so much. Guys on Zoom, I'll stay here for just a second.